Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online, the SLOTRO edition. We are back here at the party tree because the anniversary recap is going on. It will be going on, I think, for another week. I think it goes on for until the 18th. So we have dropped in to try it out again and to try out some of the things that came in this last thing. One of the things that came in the update was that they now have, back here on the tree. Oh, by the way, say hello to Narwane. Say hello to everyone, Narwane. There you go, good girl. Woo! It's been a while and I haven't had enough coffee, let me tell you. So we have things on the party tree over here, the various scavenger hunt scrolls and all, that can now be done in Eregion Only. They have their own Eregion versions, and we are going to go take a look at that. First, we're going to grab all the wrappers here from Waldo Rumble so that we can get, the daily quest line, another lovely gear, all of that.
Mad.
That's why I'm back to wearing my Levenses title as well.
Mischievous malefactor is behind all this.
Anniversary scavenger hunt.
Go mad.
There we go.
I have been put up to
And
a
a yearly
cruel
yield.
joke.
All right, so there we go. Now, let's go over here to the tree and let's see if we can find the anniversary scavenger hunt year 1. We are looking for the one that's one of the ones that is the Eregion. Let's take a look at it. Year 1, there we go. The Eriador. Those are the ones we want. Eriador year 1. The old ones here, like Frodo, are the ones that we still have to go down to. Amon Hin and the Dead Marshes and the Hinneth Anun and all that. But if you choose the ones like Eriador year 1 tales, it's the shorter part. It's the ones that just go to the places in Eregion. You don't have to go into Moria and home further over into Gondor and Rohan and all. Of course, all you get's anniversary tokens, but hey, you still get to do the scavenger hunt part of it, And that's what we are going to do today. We are going to run on up the hill here. As you see, gather remembrances in Bag End. So we are taking, this is the Frodo one. This is following along on the trail of Frodo and seeing where it leads us. So we are going to take all the different parts and see where the trail of Frodo leads us across the top part of Eriador here. So the first one is to gather remembrances in Bag End. So let us go on into Bag End here and see what we find within. Here's our first remembrance. Got a book floating in there. Look what it says. A fond feeling of nostalgia for this location sweeps through your body. So we're remembering about this area here. Nostalgia for this area. I suppose, this whole entry hall here where we first met the dwarves and all. Let's come on in. Where's the next one? There we are. Nice little study, maybe where Bilbo would sit around and talk with Frodo and Sam and some of the others back in the day. A nice little sitting room, a parlor, all his library books about. Let's sit and remember it as well. Very good. You recall adventures past. And then let's go to the third part here. Here's the table all set up. Looks like we could probably serve about 13 dwarves around this table. Let's remember things about it. You recall adventures past. So we finished the first part. Now let's go back out. Second part is talk to Lobelia. She is right outside the door, of course. So let's go out, and every little good part has to have its bad part as well. Let's see what Lobelia has to say. Year 1 tells Frodo.
How rude.
Can you believe it? They left their dirty dishes. Well, good riddance to that lot, I say. Indeed they did. Indeed they did. All right, next up is we need to go see Grip and Fang, Farmer Maggot's dogs. They were the ones that threatened Frodo when they were running from the Black Riders, and whenever they were when they were running. Yeah, the ones that he was scared of for so many years when he was a little tween. He was always, well, probably wasn't Grip and Fang because they would have been dead by then, but he was always in fear of Maggot's dogs because he was afraid that Maggot was going to sick him on him because he was such a mushroom thief. So we are going to go see Grip and Fang over in the marsh, and I will rejoin you there whenever we arrive. We've left stock, gone to the south down here into the Marish region. Coming up the lane to see Farmer Maggot at his farm here in Bamfurlong. And yes, we did take the lane rather than cut across his fields. I don't cut across Farmer Maggot's fields. That hobbit, he doesn't take well to people walking on his property. So let's go ahead and pat Grip. Nice dog. And let's come over here and pat Fang. Attaboy. Okay, good. Now, next one on our list is enjoy a meal in Tom Bombadil's house. So I think the easiest way for us to get there will be to head to Adzo's camp. So we are going to head back up the lane here, head back over to take the ride from Stock to Adzo's camp. And we will see y'all when we arrive there and go into the Old Forest. I did the Old Forest one earlier, the Talk to Tom Bombadil earlier on another character. And they have made some changes over there. Old Forest is a little bit spooky and all again. It's nice to see. A little bit spooky and a little bit more difficult to get around in. So we're going to take a look at that area while we're over there. So we will see you very shortly. We are arriving back at Adzo's camp here. The Watcher's in waiting pose there. We are going to take this route into the Old Forest, and you can already see some of the changes. Look at the new trees with the mosses hanging off of them. You know, these weren't here before. These are a new tree, or the mosses certainly are new. There seems to be a lot more trees in here than there were before. The undergrowth here, the type of that almost Spanish moss type stuff hanging from them is brand new. And you'll notice if you'll go back to, I think it's episode 56. Episode 56, just about a little over a month ago. And compare that with what we're looking at right now. I don't think these rocks were here. You know, this was a pretty clear little valley clearing we were going in. All these rocks on the sides weren't here. These trees with all the moss and all hanging down wasn't in it. I think the fog was thicker back then. It has really changed a bit. They have made the Old Forest a little bit Old Forestier. It really looks a little bit more spooky and everything now than it was before. Because remember, like I said, last time when we were there, go back and compare this with episode 56. We were in here hunting, if you remember, we were hunting wolves, and we were hunting the creaking oat roots here. And there was one other thing we were hunting. Bears, maybe? Bear skins? I think it was bears we were hunting as well. And this was a kind of a wide open expanse through here with this particular, let's get a bear up. It was a wide open expanse through here with this particular area, this little valley through here. And it wasn't very hard to maneuver your way through it. And now it's actually, I say, a little bit tougher, a little bit easier to lose track of where you were going. A little bit tougher to stay on the trail there. We are trying to get... I'm trying to get to the Angerwood, which I'm hoping is this right up here. Yeah, look at it all. Isn't it nice? Is this the Angerwood down through here? Let's see if we can go the Old Barrows Road. I think we're on the right path. Hoping we're on the right path. Take us over to Tom's house. Oh, that's the one that leads out. All right, let's take the Old Barrows Wood. Interesting. So you can actually get onto the Old Barrows Road there. Let's take a look at the map. I don't usually like to do this. Let's go here. Apparently you can cut. It used to be there was no connection here. I'll swear to you there was no connection. You can even see the trees here are intact. You know, all the trees here generally show you the places where you can cross through, and there was no cross through section. You actually had to come all the way down here through the Angerwood, down here to this pond, come down the path toward the Withywindle, and then come up to Tom Bombadil's that way. But now you've got this connection through there. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Look at all the trees. You see the new trees they put in. How atmospheric it is now. Isn't that just incredible? I mean, it looks a good deal spookier. I would be loving to see if they've done something like this in Mirkwood over there. Have they gone into Mirkwood and made it a little murkier and all? But look at the fog. Said it looks a little scarier through here now. It actually does look a little bit more like what this should have been. Looks like we're going to have to fight the outcast there. Let's go ahead and take him on. And let's cast Light of Hope upon our bear there. Got a steel token. Oh, so the tokens are falling again during the anniversary festival here. All right. Let's dismiss Bobo for a moment. I don't want to go dragging him into Tom's house. And then we will go back this way just a little ways. Hello, Tom. We just want to come in and we want to enjoy a meal in Tom Bombadil's house. I never really noticed that beehive there before. Here we are. Oh, Goldberry. So when it's daylight, you come in, do you? Or at least you're here right now. There's that wonderful music, Tom Bombadil's theme. Seems to be some stew of roots, grains, and greens. The food is hearty and wholesome. The drink is clear, cold water. Nice. All right, let's head back out. Come on. There we go. We're going to pull up our bear again right quick. And now I'm going to take a short walk up this way. Just to see. Said I'm going to head on over to the Angerwood. Y'all remember the Angerwood last time. Whenever we arrived in it, when we came through it to get over here, it was full of, you know, it was the valley, and all that it had in it, basically, was the oak trees, the awakened oaks. So it's like everything was an angry oak and an angry M and all the other things like that. Let's get past the gloomwing and the creaking oak. Look at the branches laying across your way there like that. Isn't that wonderful? I really like this. Ooh, Brakelet's flower. Have we gotten Brakelet's flower? I don't remember. Don't remember, but we definitely got a wolf there we need to take care of. Let's cast some healing. There we are. Yeah, like I said, right over in this way. Yeah, there's the Creaking Vale. This is the one. Yeah, here we go. See how we had to come down through the Angerwood and the Creaking Vale. And look at it. I mean, when we came through last time, the only trees that were down this way were the actual warped oaks and all that you have to fight. But now they got the big spooky trees that have nothing to do with having to fight. So these are kind of interspersed amongst them. You still don't have any danger of having them attack you or anything. They're still not aggro, unfortunately. But it is nice that they are there. Let's see, we never did Brakelet's Flower, did we? There's Brakelet's Flower. I'm surprised that we got past it last time without seeing it. There you are on the map, for those of you that want that. And let's go ahead and get Brakelet's Flower. An unearthly white flower. Very good. And we will go ahead and read the deed entry for it. And that's going to be Eriador. That's going to be, what, the Old Forest? Breetown? Bree, is that where we're going to be? The Shire. Breland, there we go. The Flowers of the Old Forest. Brakeland's Flower. The flower of Brakeland is seen as a warning by superstitious folk who would dare the depths of the old forest. She was an Entwife unusual among her sisters, for she was a wild and capricious being. Her gardens were populated by untamed beasts, and even the most delicate flowers within them were adorned with sharp thorns. Brakeland rarely spoke with mortals, preferring the wild places of the forest, and in time she gave herself to the forest to protect it from the dark powers. There are those who say her spirit is strongest when aroused by wild and dangerous times such as these. Fantastic. 4 more flowers to find in the old forest. 4 more flowers. All right, we are going to make our way back out of the old forest here. Try to get back over to Adzo's camp, come through the Creaking Vale, and probably the Angerwood. Yeah, see, like these. These weren't here last time. I like this. I like what they've done to the forest. It would be nice. These weren't here. It would be nice if they would, put them on aggro again. At least get the trees, the warped oaks and stuff like that. At least put them so that they were, the ones where, so that if they didn't attack you on sight like they used to, so that they at least get mad and you couldn't stay in their territory too long. If you stayed next to them too long, they would get mad and come and attack you and all that. That would be nice. That would be a nice compromise. But I gotta say, I like the fact that the forest looks spooky again anyway. They did a nice job with the... They have done a nice job with the... with the scenery. Make it a little bit more like a overgrown, dangerous, deadly forest that wants to kill you, and look a little bit less like a theme park ride through here, like a nice little, like the more overgrown section of Central Park. All right, we're going to make our way back out to Adzo's, and then we are going to, good grief. What I've said before, remember back in the days whenever back when we were trying to do all this and we could not get find a wolf in here to save our lives, and now we can't walk 2 feet without stumbling over them. We are going to go to the Prancing Pony next, and we need to go dance on a table, and I will see you when we arrive there. Coming up on the Prancing Pony, we need to go within, find a table, and dance on it. And let's see what Frodo-related message it gives us when we go inside here. We're going to pick the first table we come across. There we are. Jump up on it. Let's do some dancing and see what it says. So, dance. He leaped in the air, rolled off the table, and then simply vanished. So we are carrying out all the various parts of the, it. Okay, so now we need to faint at the Rangers camp beneath Weathertop. It's like they actually have those backwards there because it shows the next one's talk to Bilbo. Talk to Frodo in Bilbo's room. Well, no. It's like if we're doing this sort of thing, be going to Weathertop would be the next logical part. So that is where we are going to go. And I will see y'all whenever we arrive at Candaith's camp. Candaith's camp is ahead of us. We are going to go down here and speak to the man. Well, probably won't speak to the man. As always, Sylvan Shadows is a wonderful skill to have. Gotten so used to being a burglar, it's nice to be able to do it on your...
What do you need?
Things of this. The Forsaken Inn, which is must have book 2 chapter something or other, and must have book 3 forward. So, okay, let us faint. And even as he swooned, he glimpsed Strider leaping out with a flaming brand. All right, so all we have left to do is go and talk to Frodo in Bilbo's room in Rivendell. So that is where we are going to go next. I'm going to check which of my... let's see, I think Return to the Prancing Pony will be a good one. So we will do that, and then I will see about getting a stable ride from around in that area over to Bree. And I was, not to Bree, to Rivendell, and I will see y'all when we arrive at the last homely house. We are coming up on the last homely house. We need to step within. I've got that pulled around. We have got the gold sellers. We've been getting lots and lots of gold seller spam, you know that. Which is, I suppose, a good sign, because that tells you that the gold sellers feel that there is enough of a audience, enough of a player base here to actually make it profitable. What the devil? No, someone's shadow, I suppose. It looked like there was a black rider over it, didn't it? It looked like there's a black rider over in that corner. Someone's shadow from up above, I think, glitching through. Ooh, that's spooky enough. Let's go into Bilbo's room. It's always a good sign when you got gold sellers. That means the population's high enough and all that they figure it's a good thing that they can still make a profit. I doubt that someplace like, I really doubt that Asheron's Call and EverQuest get gold seller spam in their channels. But we're not getting that anymore. Now we're getting freaking gold seller instant tales, instant messages. That's a little bit more annoying.
What do you need?
But putting them on ignore and hitting the report button can still do it. Get them out of here. Year 1 Tales Frodo. How glad I am that old Gandalf and Strider and my old friend shall be with me when we go. Though I wonder how far and where we shall part ways along the path, if it comes to that. All right, there you go. Quest ready to advance. You completed a scavenger hunt card. Very good. Boom. There. And that does count as one of the 7 for another lovely year. New deed. A journey through Eriador. Whoa. Sorry about that, folks. I've had that happen about 3 times now in the last couple of days, where I will be transitioning through a doorway into another zone. It happened once, going from zone to zone, and a couple of times going from one doorway to another, into or out of a building. And my SLOTRO client has crashed. I haven't been dropped. It isn't that I've been dropped. I mean, the actual client itself has shut down and closed on me. So I'm not sure what that's all about. But anyway, there you go. That got that part out of the way. That was the first of the 7 daily things for another lovely year. So we will progress on there. All right, so next time, later on today, I will be putting up a Gnarlo episode. Gnarlo episode, by the way I flip-flop back and forth, a Gnarlo episode should have been up for this one, but I did want to cover show y'all the new Eriador Only scavenger hunt cards, and the changes to the old forest there that from where I said last time. So yeah, if you go back and look at that last video, compare it to this one, and you can see the differences there in the undergrowth and the trees that they put in and the fog everywhere. I like the change. I like the change. Makes the old forest that much more old forester. All right, folks. So next time, I think we will be back on, unless we might go and do another scavenger hunt or something, because it is one of those things while the festival's going on. I do always like to show y'all, at least the first time I do something, I want to show and document it here on Gnarlo. So we've got it all down there. So we may do another one of the scavenger ride thingies, and we may also do some more of that hunting around Breland, doing those quest fights. And we've still got the dwarf on the other side of Greenbrier's cabin to pick up his quest from. I haven't forgotten that one either. So I will see y'all then. Y'all have a good day, and meantime, we'll think festival or deeds, festival or Breland. Big choice. See you then. Thanks for coming along. Bye-bye.